I moved to India 5 months ago, and I now live in Mumbai, aka Bombay. It's great, but just like living in any other major city, I need to get out of the hustle and bustle sometimes. So, in November, when my brother visited, we went to Rishikesh. It's known to be the yoga capital of the world, but I really wanted to go for the nature and to be close to the Ganga River. Most people come out to Rishikesh for either yoga training or long treks in the Himalayas. We only had a couple of days here, so not enough time for either, but we still wanted to make the most of it. Our first day, we walked from our hotel to the main downtown area. As soon as I saw the Ganga, my mind immediately felt at ease. We walked along the river for a while, trying to see if we could make friends with other locals or travelers. Kind of struck out on that one, but made some friends with these cows. On our walk, we found this guy that was making fresh chai. You could smell the ginger and masala from 10 feet away. Fresh, street side chai is really common in India, but I knew that this guy had something special because there was a huge line. Okay, I'm sorry, what? I mean, come on. Just absolutely incredible. By the way, this was some of the best chai that I've had in my life. Oh, and that's Mitt, my brother. We walked around a little bit more around the river and then called it an early night to get ready for our next day. Day two was the big one. We had planned to go on a full day hike that was an hour away. The trail would have us cross the river multiple times and get views of the water that were unparalleled. But on our way there, we saw a few recent Google reviews of people being held and robbed at gunpoint on the very route we were headed towards. We were really disappointed because we'd planned basically our whole day around this hike, but we didn't just want to turn back, so we talked to some locals who suggested a different path. And here is where we ended up. I was totally taken aback by the force of the river, the serenity of this remote location. You know, life can kind of surprise us this way, where despite our best efforts, things don't go according to plan. They actually go better than we could have ever planned for in the first place. Standing there on the banks of this holy river, isolated from the chaos of a big city, I could finally take a deep breath for the first time in what felt like months. Navigating a transition of any sort is challenging. You think you have a plan, but life seems to throw things at you in a transition that neither you nor your plan had accounted for. My move to India has felt a lot like this. But this day in Rishikesh reminded me that there's always more than one way to get to where you want to go. And sometimes the paths that we haven't seen yet are the ones that make for the most memorable days and adventurous stories.